building the mind, writing, journaling, knowing, journaling, knowing how to communicate through oral and written communication is lifelong learning. Even in heaven, there are greater heights. These are masteries. Communication, obtaining a level 200 composition college course is about there in technique and skill, and can be obtained under a tutor or master or skilled in-house in faith with God. God can show you how to be that level school. That's about the equivalent of, it's a really good level to be at for all of whatever you would need in real writing. And you don't have to get there by the academic system. You can get there by practice with yourself. Children about high school can start to obtain it. It's real, and some even sooner. Especially the spoken, knowing how, sometimes writing and reflecting on your own mental framework and rehashing it and building it. Reflection and meditation on your writing helps you in school and skill for real. And they should know it all through middle and high school, and elementary. It's real. Vocabulary and learning with words, spelling and writing and all that. It's the same. Building the mind, communication. So there's a learning there, willing to obey and teach it. The presentation style I can afford here is straight to the math. That means I don't play with expression before or after. So you have normally an opening, the body, and a conclusion. I'm going to tell you this, I'm telling you this, I told you this, in summary. That's not normally how I talk or communicate, but you can practice that writing style. So they say to say the same thing 5 to 7 different ways, 5 to 7 times, or 7 or 8, 10 different times, so people remember it, so you remember it, so you understand, so you can understand it, so you know how to hear it, so you know how to get it. That's kind of a learning skill in teaching and training. Okay? That's not always this. But you can take the video and relearn and relearn and relearn and meditate on it, and that's part of that. And you can study like that from other people's work also. Taking notes. Do you actually go through it? That's real school. It takes time to want to, and to earn it, and appreciate it, and actually enjoy it, and ingest it like a fruit. Yummy, satisfying meal. It becomes that as you get older. You love it. Expression. There's joys in all of that. That's real training. And you can start that with women and men and all that. There's real EDU practice. It's not that. It's not school. It's real skill. It is real school. And it's for all time. And you can have it always. Now, so I don't have the time to give you all the keys and the roots. It's simple in digestion. The bitters sometimes are medicinal, medical, science, nutrition level 300, university. They don't even train herbs and digestion in nutrition. It's straight nutrition class is not that. Vegetables and knowing fat, protein, and carbohydrates, and the actual numbers on labels, and actually knowing how to know what salt is not in all of the food products. Whole food is quality health nutrition. And they don't teach you about herbs, and they don't teach you about processing plants on meat, or none of it. And so we have faith and power and skill over that. But that's very real studies that should be taught to an 8-year-old. Okay? So in writing and studies like that, that's communication to know what's real. Okay? So in actual writing and practicing, how do you tell somebody this? How do you explain it to them? We use similes, metaphors, and analogies. An analogy would be to give an example of in maybe a story format for you to learn. That's very well to know it. And so I wish I took the time, but that's actually something I want to practice with. Here's the scientific fact. Here's the story, and for understanding purposes, and maybe even a song or a psalm or something that goes with it. That's real practice on education and self-taught training. It's very real like that. So you have the study, you have a story, and you have a song, and you understand the practice, and you can keep doing that with it to learn it. Okay? The latter, it's the study often expression. Lateral speech is a king ability. To speak cryptic is not that, but communal lateral. That means multi-parties without offense or disturbance is code for the few in-house. Writing can afford 7 to 12 meanings simultaneous. You can say 2 to a few sentences and have 7 to 12 different meanings. That you can learn how to do it. So sometimes it's hidden. Subjective is not that, because the real God is real, and we cannot afford easy targets by bearing the truth. Hidden art is something else.